The other thing that got Scott to laughing was my daughter showed me a map that showed up in her stuff, and I don't know what platform it was on, but it was a map of the North Americas, and Canada was Canada, and Mexico was Mexico, and the U.S. had a big red Karen in the middle. So,
am I here, Carrie? Some reason, I set it up for today, and then we were chatting like 5-10 minutes ago, and I'm like, my page showed it's for next Sunday. And so I did the switch, so hopefully everything is going. Morning, Jeff.
If you want to be really sure you're going to come in on the right day, you need to belong to Nancy Jean's Garden. You need to subscribe because mine went to the right place.
Yeah, that is weird. I went to your page and you're scheduled for today and what I sent, but mine said next week. It's like, what's going on here?
We need better secretaries, Scott.
We need your son doing the work, setting everything up. He's the genius.
Which one? Well, Susie sets stuff up too, so.
Yeah. Is he planning on doing another video soon?
Or is he's doing one today.
Okay.
He's been getting settled into Wisconsin, and he's had the rather jaw-dropping realization: snow can fall and be a foot deep. It's like he goes, I can't believe it. He said, I can't even use the language used. He said, this is out there snowing like an MF. And I said, yeah, that's why I left. I thought I made that clear to you when you were very young.
Good morning, Fatima. Lisa Foster, hey. Trump will dismantle the courts, and they are not already in the circuit courts where he appointed the judges. Definitely trying. So far, they're holding. I think there was one sort of win the other day.
Yeah.
One Trump judge in the districts dissented in 2-1 that he believes in presidential immunity, so he dissented.
Well, what does immunity have to do with the law, anyway?
Yeah, he said that his immunity goes to president executive orders too, which is nuts.
No.
Insane amount of snow in Michigan.
Yeah, Sean's up in Green Bay.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. We got about 4 inches this week.
It's cold in Texas. We're going to have, by the end of the week, we're going up and down, but by the end of the week, we're going to have a couple of days where it's not going to get out of above 32. So.
Oh. Flowers, beauty, peacock, rainbow. Look at that.
Yes, she comes to my Tuesday.
Nice.
Shows.
Quite the name.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Is Susie Wiles ditching Trump soon? Will she be a whistleblower?
Okay.
Susie Wiles ditching. Yeah, she should have been a whistleblower when she heard the top secret intelligence at Bedminster in 2022.
No. Or that they were going to put Tulsi Gabbard, Putin's best girlfriend, in charge of national intelligence.
Spineless GOP.
Oh, look what I did, Scott. You can, and this can tie together with the reading. I got a new camera over my table.
Oh.
So you can read the things. The other one got real old. Susie Wiles, ditch Trump. I'm going to do, is she going to ditch Trump? Because will she whistleblow is another question. This would be her ditching Trump. The first reading. And it's she wanted to be part of the in crowd. That's 5 of Pentacles, so she chose to go with them. But she's being lured by people. It's really depressing her, and she's going to look to the Wheel of Fortune. So I'd say it's in 10 days or 10 weeks that she's going to do this now. Will she become a whistleblower? Yep. 2 aces.
Dang.
I got yes. And it's going to make her life a shit show for a while. Excuse me, YouTube. Don't take down my whatever. But she's going to make the adult, mature decision. And you know what's made her crazy? That's Musk.
Oh, Muscatina.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do have a King of Wands in the end. I very well could be Musk. In the past, she took the financial success. It feels like her life's purpose. I got the Judgment Justice card. So it doesn't feel legal. It just feels like try to bring some success and sanity. But then she's got the Four of Cups, laziness, reflection. And so it may not be going all the way she wants. And so then I got public service. Things are definitely not going the way she wants. Three of Swords, intensified card, and then going through dark times here. In the end, I do have a whistleblower. A Page of Wands. Here's a King of Wands guy. Could be either Musk or some kind of intelligence guy. And then the Five of Wands. There's a lot of arguing. Some conflicts going on. So yeah, there is something to that. I don't know how soon. I'm not sensing a timeline, but it doesn't feel good. That's weird. At this point, I can't imagine who the heck would be able to be in the background, but I do have a magician on the bottom, which means someone that's a mastery of all, like a record keeper or someone still working for the good guys. But when 45 is in charge, I can't believe.
Well, they changed. Yeah. It's like I told you when I went to look and see that Google Maps had changed it to the Gulf of America.
Right.
I don't know if y'all know how easy it is to fix graphics on computer things. Whenever I try to do it, it becomes a whole day project just because I'm stupid. But it's really easy to, if you do work with graphics, if you go and look at it, that is the tiniest Gulf of America. I don't think it's so small that you have to blow it up on your phone to see that that's really what it says. That seems to me to be the work of someone who was told to do something. And the other thing is, there's a thing going around, and I tried to do it this morning because it seemed like fun. You go into maps, you Google Gulf of Mexico, and then it comes up with the Gulf of America. And there's supposed to be a way you can comment, this looks good, I like it, They've turned the comments off. Google has turned all comments off in their map world. So I went to Google's main comments, and I said, if you did something that drew that much criticism, perhaps you should rethink what you did. And then I told them that why don't they just do what I saw in the graphic where they have Canada above, Mexico below, and Karen in the middle.
Alice is saying, why would any sane person move to Green Bay?
He is saying, Alice, he moved there because it's a job. He is going there to win the Supreme Court for the Dems. So he's there for very good reason. He's teaching the unions a new way to create their database so they have all their voters in them. So
yeah, the ads here for that Supreme Court race have been insane.
Oh, I know.
The guy is like totally lying about Miss Crawford completely.
Mm-hmm.
And there's already been a lawsuit by Crawford's campaign to take down
What's up? Yeah.
what he's saying, because it's complete fabrication.
Well, the problem is they need to get it's the reasons the Republicans voted, the legislature changed under who was your horrible governor? The one that got voted in that took away everything?
Scott Walker.
Scott Walker. Scott Walker immediately when Scott Walker got in, there's a lot of stuff he wanted to do, and he couldn't do it because the Supreme Court wouldn't let him, because the Supreme Court was dominated by Democratic judges. So the Republicans changed the Supreme Court election to be from being partisan, meaning Republican or Democrat, to being nonpartisan, and they moved it into the spring, which, who votes in the spring? You do if you vote in city council and county elections. So they took over the Supreme Court, and it took 6 years, was it 6 or 7 years to win it, to get the numbers back? But anyway, they're running a really good, if this woman makes it on, then they will dominate the Supreme Court for the state of Wisconsin, and the Republicans just can't have their way anymore. These are the kind of games they've been playing.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for the questions here. I'm trying to star here, coming in quick and hard.
I can talk forever, Scott. You know me.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what he's doing up there, and he's part of a whole new younger. We need. I ran campaigns when I was young, and we need new young people. I don't like seeing the same old people running our campaigns, because they're making the same mistakes, or they're too involved with each other to be able to say maybe that wasn't handled properly.
True, Carrie. Yeah, supposedly Elon has another kid.
That's probably the greater threat to humanity, is that thing keeps reproducing.
At this point, she just wants money. There's no way that young woman could be in love with Elon just to have another child.
Scott, that's not a new practice. Can I tell you, from the female perspective, talking to a lot of females, there's a lot of females that have babies and there's no love involved.
Well, I mean, to be a baby mama of a pretty much the richest person on paper on the planet.
But they could all end up on the streets holding cups with Elon. So.
Okay. I don't know if you've seen this.
Yeah, that's where they took the money out of the bank.
So yeah, they yanked $80 million through ACH because they said they didn't deserve it, right? That was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Now they got to fight to get that money back that was appropriated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, New York.
Okay.
Let's get their 80 mil back. No.
Thank you, Flower Beauty Peacock Rainbow. Good luck in India. I think it's the evening there, so we'll have a good time.
Oh, India. Bless you.
Oh, yes, they get it back. Oh, I'm going to have to put this one on the table because it's too good. I hate switching between the two because some people that makes dizzy. You want to go or you want me to go?
You can go ahead.
Okay. Yes, the people who know how to do it, they know exactly how to go back and get it. They have the strength to do it. They've got a really good guy in charge of it, and they're going for their own. They're going to go get their stuff back. So, yes, they're going to get their money back.
I got the R2, but it's going to be a struggle yet.
Oh, I don't think it's tomorrow.
Yeah. They got what they get what was deserved, try to get it back. You got the Knight of Wands with the Queen of Wands, but then I got the Eight of Swords in the middle. So it's kind of like they're still restricted yet because, obviously got to be cooperation and a reaction. And in the end, I got Queen of Cups and then a transition and then my love card. And so they're getting it back, but it's got to be a transition, the transaction. Right. And so yeah, it was basically done out of spite in the past position. So the Ace of Cups here is representing like the aid, it's the giving. My Hermit card is kind of like representing, and then the Seven of Cups. So they're like, it just feels like it's out of spite, out of, nothing.
How much did they fine Trump? Was it $80-something million? He just wanted $80 million back. And he's the king.
Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to take a bit, but they will. It's so ridiculous because I got to fight for everything now, even though it's ridiculous. We looked at the special elections last week. The current energy, Lisa, we were getting like 2 out of 3 for Dems. I see there's a huge groups of people getting together to make sure this happens.
There are.
But it's better to look at it when it gets closer because the energy can shift and trying to see what's going on. But we currently felt like 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's still a month yet before we have to get really serious about it as far as the energy of that. Yeah, Jeff got 2 also last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Suppose that 19-year-old I was hearing that Leon has running around as a genius.
Yeah, he is.
Crazy. Coding genius, but not a genius of you're doing something criminal.
Well, he doesn't understand there's laws that apply to these things. If you think you have a refund coming, I would apply now. I would not wait. I'm going to wait till later in the year because my taxes are always screwy. But the other thing is they really got on the places that I do business through that, on the internet. I had one and they kept saying, well, you never made enough to require us to give you a 1099. And I was like, fine. It tells you how little I make, people. But all of a sudden I got it for all the way back to 2021. And they really are all over Shopify and Square and all those guys. And it used to be the limit was like 5,000 and with one and 20,000 with the other. And they're sending me, if you make $2, they want to know about it, but they leaving the gazillionaires alone. So
I get nothing in my spread that says the IRS and taxes is hacked or compromised. Everything looks good in my toss. In the past, I do get a little bit of a worry, but there's safeguards. I have zero bad cards.
I have that he is not going to make, and this is what's going to stop him, is the people in there. I don't care how smart and how much code he knows to handle the kinds of systems he's going to be looking at. And he may be a computer genius in the cloud, but they're all of the IRS stuff's on mainframes, and that's a whole nother world. My youngest that works in computer security and encryption, the reason she got a job when she first got out of college was because she'd worked in mainframes in high school when she was in her classes. She helped the community college redo its entire student system. And then when she got to college, the main system that handled all the student records burnt down. So they had to rebuild that. So she was part of that. Very few people that go through college now get real mainframe training, or very few people have it. And converting from one to the other, Susie ended up over in Japan for 2 years helping them switch. So it's not an easy thing to do. And Susie's here.
Cool.
I know. I have in all this stuff. I can't escape no matter what.
I think Elon and his clowns are looking more specific things for Elon. More like Elon's revenge on people or his contracts and that kind of thing. More than like disruption to systems.
Or finding the tax returns for certain judges' daughters so they can flash those around to threaten people.
Yeah, things like that.
They can flash mine at me all day. I'm 75 years old. Good luck. What are you thinking, Scott?
I was just looking. I don't want to lose questions. Okay, that would be Hochul to remove Adams. I don't think the Attorney General has anything to do with him.
Well, if he's broken laws, they can.
I mean, it's the power of the governor.
Mm-hmm. No. I get no.
Well, Tish James. I mean, Governor Hochul removes Adams. I don't know.
I get a big fat no.
There's like a string. So I tried to put her together, and it's like, show me if she's gonna give him the boot, and I'm showing that there's like a string attached around him. So it's like there's a cord.
He knows too much. He could bring them all down. There's too much threat in his change. And that's not their goal, is to bring themselves down to.
Conflicts. Spy. Got an offer. There's an offer to resign.
There's New Yorkers in the chat saying they're hearing charges all over their state. So I'll trust y'all because y'all know where
Yeah,
y'all.
that would make more sense that Manhattan charges them. Get rid of this mess. So yeah, I'm getting an offer to resign right here. And then in the end, I have Hochul with the energy, but being slow about things with the Four of Cups. Kind of like the Four of Cups is, kind of like thinking over things.
Mm-hmm.
Your cups are gone. One's upside down. So that's a slow walk. They ain't like a removal.
Yeah, this is like.
I think they asked him to resign, but that doesn't seem to be happening. On the bottom of the deck, I get justice happening again. So yeah, there may be New York state charges coming in. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't get that right now.
Well, somebody said he's up for re-election in the fall. That soon? I thought he just got elected.
Yeah, it's been a while, but maybe it's 2026. I don't know. I thought only Virginia was on the odd years.
No, it's a city thing. That's different. So.
I suppose. Constance asks, Trump has no constitutional authority to make decisions on funds. True, but they're doing it anyway.
Well, they removed them, guys. They stole them electronically. They moved them to somewhere other than the people who were supposed to have access to
them. Yeah, Adams is corrupt. Yes.
New Yorkers, you could have had Maya Wiley.
I know.
But apparently the universe wants to punish us.
Oh, good Lord. There's a State of the Union in March. Mental health declining. Republican media. Yeah, that's right. Oh, God.
I'm going to ask if that speech is going to go well for him.
Okay.
I'm not going to.
Clear. State of the Union speech. State of the Union speech.
Oh, this will not go well. No. They're really having to talk him into. He may try and find a way to wiggle out of it. And this is a whole lot of people disagreeing. This is a messenger telling lies. So what's new? It doesn't achieve any of the goals they want to achieve, but it's part of what's at the base. Every year it happens. So
weird.
Play.
So weird. Yeah, I don't think he wants to be there either.
No.
It'd be crazy. So I'm trying to figure out what this means. I'm asking about a speech, but it feels different.
He's got a health problem.
Well, definitely.
Well, I know, but I mean, they know this is a forum where it can't be just completely hidden. And the truth is out. the out on him. If he does it, it's because he just wants to do it. Otherwise, they can't make him.
So I got a doctor or some kind of he's getting some kind of what do you want to call it? So I got a magician here. It's usually a doctor. This feels like a doctor. And he's getting some kind of cocktail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Functional. Because I have my justice card, but it can also mean balancing things. And the 8 of coins, sensing health. So I got some kind of doctor creating a cocktail to make him balanced because his health is all messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And then moving forward, I got 6 of swords, 8 of swords, and Knight of cups. So there's a huge restriction there of trying to make things better for this address. So there's a big problem there with the 8 of swords for this. Then I get a tower. Something drastic is going to happen before. Something with documents. And then a death card. So he may not even be able to be there. Some kind of tower with health and abilities, and a death card. Here, popping pills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's so weird. So we may have a major health emergency to not even do it. So many questions coming in. What did Felon 45 see on Elon's son in the Oval Room?
It was not a happy scene.
See when Elon's son X said all these things. What did he see? I think he wanted to slap that kid. What did he see? Oh, he heard it, and it just feels like he just wanted to redirect off and not even act like it happened.
Yeah, if something doesn't go the way he wants, he does what he did in the New York courtroom. He just blanks out. He goes to that other space.
He took a wide awake nap time and just went. What's Jack Smith currently working? I heard he went overseas.
He's at the International Court.
No, I think this is just a statement. Or what will happen to the cards? Let's check and see. Will the courts hold the line against this?
Okay.
Or there'll be some losses. So district, appeals, and Supreme Court hold the line against these executive orders. Well, the problem is, the Trump administration has to comply, and they're not completely doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the issue comes in. What will happen to the courts, the GOP? Law and order.
They're not going to let any of his stuff through. They're going to hold the line. But it's not going to be easy.
So what you got?
I got
Okay.
are they going to be okay? Your question was,
Are the courts going to hold the line?
this is no. But then the other part of that question, are the GOP the law and order party? No. It's a lot of heartbreak. A lot of people, instead of gazing at what could have been, they're going to start working on how they can make it different. There's change. You've got change. You got 2 5s in here. That's 5 of Wands. And then, but they're upturning the devil. We're learning about it. And the Wheel of Fortune, I keep getting that card. I keep seeing 10 days, 10 weeks that things are going to change rapidly.
Yeah, it's going to take some time to stop this chaos, but it will.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the King of Wands here coming in is like the court overall, I think.
Mm.
And evaluating everything, we got to have some patience with it. And this is my deceiver card. So you got to have patience to weed through all the deceiving, because nothing happens in a second in the courts. But yeah, they will take charge of the Chariot, show restrictions to the Trump administration, and this is my United States card with the in a cup. So I think they'll hold. It'll take time. You gotta weed through the mess. Unfortunately. Someone mentioned, I don't know if I can find it now. I found him on TikTok. I think he's on YouTube also. He's a Missouri farmer. He talks about the goings on currently. He's Carol hat. The farmer guy on YouTube, back 40, Will Moreland or something like that. Smart guy. Smart guy. Yeah, he always ends it with "thank you from the back 40" or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, check out Will. You can find him. I found him on Twitter, or not Twitter, TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, smart guy. I like listening to him. Okay. I just went into a Mexican restaurant in Kansas City with one warrant. Took 12. Oh my God. Ridiculousness.
Y'all may not be used to this, but years and years ago, one of the first jobs I had out of graduate school was I was controller for a company that the guy was a rag picker. They sorted out cotton and wool and stuff. We shipped bundles of fabric all over the world. And anyway, we had the establishment was in an old brewery left over from pre-World War II. And we had floors of people at work there, and you did your best. But anyway, we got raided by the feds one day, and there was a woman who worked in the office with me. She was from Chicago. She was Italian. She was very dark hair, and they were trying to arrest her. And I've never been in a place with so much chaos and mayhem. We had people dropping out the windows from the 3rd floor to get away, because once I knew they were there, this is when, you walked across the border, you got a job. And may I say, I had nothing to do with personnel, but all those folks were there long before I was there. And I mean, when the feds hit, the terror of those people, of what's going to happen to them, is palpable and real. And I had to fight with federal officers to have them not arrest or take into custody the woman who is from Chicago. And they would stand there with their big old badges and all this stuff. And I didn't stay at that job very long. It was a crazy place anyway. But I have seen a raid, and it is incredibly terrifying when it happens. And that was in 1979. And yeah, and it's awful. And all these people wanted to do is make a living, and they were helping us make a living and helping things move along.
It's sad. I mean, if there was a warrant for one criminal, sure, it's the way it's supposed to work. But 12, obviously not all, criminal types. Miss Apple's wondering about the group Anonymous.
Oh,
The supposed hacker group. Are they just talking smack, or are they actually going to do something?
okay.
Anonymous. Are you going to hack something to the public to actually help, or what's going on? I see they've been more active with videos and talking.
Wearing bad masks.
Yes. Anonymous.
No.
They're on the right.
Big fat no.
They're on the right side of history anyway, as far as talking.
They have problems in their own ranks about exactly what to do. They don't like the government, so they don't work coordinated. The Sun shows that they're gonna make some things, but not what they could make. They like to sow more stress, but they can't hit them where it hurts with money. So it's a mixed bag. They're gonna keep the stories. They're going to keep stirring up the stories, but
there may be some kind of secrets or something, but so I have the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Cups, and the Moon. So there may be something, USA involved. There may be a secret coming out or something here. But yeah, I get nothing tangible. I mean, it's like they're talking a good game. Because I'm not getting any coins here to talk about, like hacking or,
they can't change the value.
Right. There's nothing of changing value. It's more cups, meaning it's more heartfelt, more, talking about the right thing and taking down the devil. My outcome is Ace of Cups, King of Cups. So we're talking about two empathetic, loving ideas. And then I have the devil talking about the greed and avarice and transformation for change. So it feels more about talking than anything tangible. I like to be wrong. I like to see some hacks if they can actually do it.
Okay.
Well, this is supposed to be the executive order report about our election. Lisa's warning about truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth about what went down. Are we going to hear it? Are we going to see it? Something's going to happen.
Okay. Let me get my bunny cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my farmer's tarot down for a bit. Something else needs enlightening. Now there. Report, evidence. Is that dishes or what's going on in your background?
That's my daughter getting ice.
Oh, that's ice. Sounds like someone's clanking dishes around.
No, I know. That's the only that and the microwave I'm right by the kitchen, guys. So you're
Gotcha.
stuck. Oh, we're gonna show this one on the table because it's so good.
2024 election.
I got a big fat yes. I may just leave it on the table. It's more relaxed for me. Anyway, it's going to be this summer. And you've got the Page of Cups. Someone's going to come out and speak the truth. It's young people. It's the younger people in Congress that are going to push for it. The Page of Pentacles is going to show the money exchanges. The King of Cups is going to be riding high on this, along with the King of Swords. They've got two kings, which are ruling over, but this is yes, 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 yes. It's going to cut right through all their BS.
Good. I got the Ace of Swords in the bottom, so the truth shall set us free.
Mm-hmm. My bottom card was the Hermit.
What did I do? Okay. In the past shows it was not a legitimate election. So in the past, I got a King of Wands. So this could be an Elon thing or someone.
Mm-hmm.
This is someone of intelligence doing some tricky things with the moon. And then we got the Hangman.
Mm-hmm.
Hangman makes me feel like nothing's legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
Deliberate delays. And then I get, in the current situation, the Hermit, introspection, it's a waiting card. Ace of Pentacles is the evidence coming. And then the Three of Swords. So there may be some deception or some kind of frustrations. Maybe not be able to complete, with this uprising in the government here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're not be able to complete it like they want to or finish the report. And then moving forward, Eight of Cups. So there's some issues here yet. Kind of like the Three of Swords, similar.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a waiting. Technically not a walking away problem, but there's just some, like maybe people are turning their back or something like that. Five of Wands, there's some arguments within, but then I get a culmination of things with the world. Maybe new opportunities, maybe some information from overseas, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Final outcome. King of Pentacles. Queen of Swords. High Priestess and Four of Pentacles. So yeah, the secrets will be revealed with the High Priestess, Queen of Swords, Lady Justice, feminine energy, in collaboration with the King of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's all going to come out in the fold later. Four of Pentacles feels like it's the safe information. It's held tightly. It's coming. So yeah, there is proof there. I think it will be coming. Did you?
I put 3 cards on why it's taking till summer, and it's going to make it in the summer because we have the strength to do it. People are sick of the steal. They're sick of the whole idea of it. And even the Trump money and the money they spread around to make it happen, they can't call it back, and that's how they're going to figure it out, where money got spent. Okay.
Deal.
Oh.
Liz is asking how this measles is gonna.
Oh, now that we have the incredibly intelligent
RFK?
RFK Jr. running things, I'm gonna use my housewife's card. These are based on images from the 50s and 60s, since we're talking about measles outbreaks.
Eek. Oh, will the measles be contained in Texas?
If you take your question, will it be contained? Yes and no. This is it being spread out and everybody being offered the germs. It's kind of we're giving it out. Because of the kind of cleanup and the shots and stuff, it's not going to, we don't have enough herd immunity to stop it. It's going to prove costly, and it's going to finally be the women that are going to scream about it. You got the Queen of Wands and the Empress. You know, they don't want their kids sick. So for those who don't vaccinate your kids, you get what you get, and it makes you very sick.
So I asked my guide to show me something, and it doesn't show like world, but it does show like a little expansion, you know, kind of like thing there, because you said not completely.
No.
So yeah, that's the kind of feeling I get, is like it may go out to a couple other towns, you know, it's not like complete, you know, nationwide, but it does feel like it's a little. Obviously, those not vaccinated would be mostly harmed. So in the past here, I get the Wheel of Fortune, basically the circle of life, fate. You don't vaccinate, you're gonna have issues. Ace of Wands is the universal energy and power, and the moon. So a disease, virus, whatever is going to do what it's going to do. Basically.
It's just a little bug trying to survive in a big world.
Moving forward, Queen of Swords. That feels like there are people, you know, doctors and whatnot, doing the right thing, trying to get out of control locally and whatnot. But then I have a Tower and then family. So there's a failure. There was a failure there within the family structure. Obviously, I think it's vaccinating. So yeah, and then I have goodness coming in. King and Queen of Cups, and then the Eight of Cups. The situation walking away. The mom and father, loving heart energy. Health. Cups are good health. And so yeah, then the Eight of Cups walking away from it.
Right.
So it feels like it will go out a little, but not nationwide.
Well, where it is in Texas is it's west of Dallas, and those are pretty big counties. I mean, the amount of contact, it's not like it has hit a school in Dallas, you know, where there's so many more people touching up on each other, or Fort Worth. And the schools did close down, so.
I missed that. Ian was saying something about the golf courses. The 2 golf courses that the felon has in Scotland are now unplayable as the greens have been dug up. Wow. And the UK is boycotting. Sucks for us, but wow, they're actually dug up. Crazy. Nice. Okay, questions. A lot of questions. Oof. Rose Blue. Got 2 measles, mumps, rubella as a kid. Do I need a booster?
No,
I don't think so. I'm not really getting a boom on that.
no. The reason I talked about when they ran the teeter test to make sure that I had enough of the stuff to fight it off was because I'd had it 3 times as a kid, and I never got an MMR shot as an adult. So they ran the teeter test when I was pregnant with my first child, because I would have had to go into kind of extreme isolation at that point. I had enough of the antibodies in my blood. It doesn't wear off. There are some that do, and I don't remember which kind of vaccinations do. You need to talk to your own doctor. And also, Rose, I know at our age, taking those shots can be a bit of a problem. So,
Dee would like us to look on the feelings of Usha Vance.
okay, can I answer one statement that's in the?
Of course,
chat?
go for it.
Coca-Cola did not turn its people over to ice. What happened is, I read it was in Snopes. It's believed Coca-Cola was approached to help the government, and they were just basically, no, we're going to, treat our employees, and you have to have warrants and stuff. Well, the rumor that Coca-Cola was cooperating came from the other side, so that people would boycott Coke. You can go look that up on Snopes if you want. Because my daughter came home and told me, and she said, I can't have Cokes anymore. And I was like, okay, so they did that, but they didn't. So that's when I know. So thanks, Liz. I mean, I'm glad I can help you learn, because that's how I got on Snopes' list, because I spread a couple rumors and friends got a hold of me.
Usha Vance. How's Usha Vance feeling?
She's in it for the money.
Oh no. Usha, Jesus.
And she actually has the skills. She could have made it all on her own, but she wanted the luxurious life, and she's finding out the other side of the blade from the two-edged swords. She's not going to do anything about it. Don't think she's going to come and save anybody's butt.
In the past, I got the Hangman, 7 of Cups, and Justice.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of in a stuck situation. She's all in for the illusion of what is. And Justice will be balanced, so trying to keep a happy home, I would say there. Current Queen of Wands standing by her man, and the 4 of Wands with the 2 of Wands. Cooperations. It's all wands. She's all in for the messaging.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. Moving forward. Ace of Wands, that positive energy. Queen of Pentacles, a woman of money. King of Swords. That would be JD, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, unfortunately, it says she's all in. Outcome. Ace of Cups. That love overflow. The Ace of Wands energy. 8 of Wands energy. Knight of Cups. And the 8 of Cups. At some point, she's going to walk away from something.
Well, this is her having her lovely, contented life. She's finding it's a harder ride than she expected it to be. She's got a lot of 8s.
I had a couple.
And then
Cups 8.
There's JD sitting on the couch trying to keep everything balanced, but at the end of the day, she's not happy. She's miserable.
The Justice card is number 8.
Mm-hmm.
8 of Cups. Yeah, I don't get any sadness. She's going with the flow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she's going to be an outspoken second wife woman.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the 8 of Wands, yeah. So that's a 8 too.
Mm-hmm.
So eventually, I think she's going to get there. You know,
Mm-hmm.
to that culmination of things. But for now, she's all in. She has no soul, no heart. Won't stand up for what's right.
Well, she's in it for what she wants to get. And so looking beyond that point is not to her benefit.
Yeah, what JD said and did in Europe was unbelievable in that conference. Russian talking points. They both sold their soul. Could be Ian. Could be. Seems to be squaring now, Liz.
Mm-hmm.
Hindu beliefs squaring with the Christian nationalism.
Do you know that she's a Hindu? Do you know she's not a converted Christian or a Christian from India? Because I had an intern who was Catholic who was from India.
Okay. Questions. Oh. So, yeah. The goofus put all the tariffs on aluminum and whatnot, and Canada's like, okay.
You want to stay warm in the winter?
We can fight back. We supply oil and energy to northern states. How's this trade war go?
What's the question? Are we going to ask how will the trade war go with Canada, or is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Because they have a little leverage over the northern states here.
I'd say so. Just look up, you know. I mean,
or don't look up.
don't look up.
People are taking shit in the hole. Okay.
They're going to play it as it comes. It's going to be a yes and a no. They're sitting there right now deciding how to move with things. But this is 3 yeses and 3 nos. They know they're acting like immature children. But they're not going to be ruled by their emotions. They're going to be ruled by what protects their assets the best.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I got that protection too. That's in the past position yet. They're going to be ruled by their business finances.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, protection. I got the card protection. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, that could be taking it as it comes, whatever new comes in. Moving forward, there is a bit of anxieties there with the 9 of Swords.
Well, yeah, there's a crazy man running around the White House with the scissors pointed up. I mean, really.
So yeah, anxiety, trying to make things better, and then the crazy man in the house with the moon. As you say it, the cards come out. In the end, they will do whatever it takes to make Canada happy with my 9, 10 of Cups. Page of Coins, whatever direction makes them the best financial. And Ace of Swords, standing in that power. That doesn't really say if they're going to cut off. It's just going to do what's in their best interest.
This is one of those things. Write down your concern and watch the news in 5 days, or watch whatever source you have of getting information, because none of this is falling into logical order. None of it's going to make any sense. I don't think we have any logical order anymore. But
so yeah, I mean, I don't feel them inhumane to cut off electricity, that kind of feeling.
No,
but I think it was just a mild.
but I was raised by a Canadian. I was raised by a Canadian mother, and that Canada Nice has limits. Let me tell you, they will let you know. Oh,
yeah, Canada's do best for what it needs.
Right, that's what we're gonna take. Did you see Dorothy Morgan's comment at 10:50?
No.
Okay, she's talking astrology.
Astrology, okay. I'll get it. I'm almost there. Backing up. 10:50. Oh, there's Dorothy.
Mm-hmm.
The planetary shifts on Neptune in Aries March 30th and Saturday in Aries May 24th.
That's the opening of the truth.
Well, let's hope it's the 30th. The quicker, the better.
Yeah, well.
Let's bring in the Ides of March. That would be better.
Mm-hmm.
1 month of the downfall.
Maybe we just need to see how bad it can be. I mean, I don't need to see how I don't have that lack of imagination, but
okay. Yeah, Canada was targeting red states. Hit them where it hurts. Okay. What else was starred here? Dorian. Consumer protection. The clown show is attacking that agency.
I'm gonna have to use bunny cards because consumer protection didn't exist when the housewife cards were done for.
Yeah. A lot of this is so dark.
Mm-hmm.
All my decent cards of good energy are all saying, no, don't touch me.
No, somebody put in the comments, bunnies never lie. So we're gonna stick with the bunnies. And they're so cute when they're telling you the world's going to hell in a handbasket, you know?
Hey, Jane.
They're going nowhere. That's the Six of Swords. They're not moving on. There's going to be a lot more energy put behind them than there was even before. Once it's over, it's going to happen very, very swiftly. The problem is they were not given enough strength when they were set up. They were weakened appreciably. And the King of Cups is not going to get his way over this one. So.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to have to run out in the courts.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got the Wheel of Fortune, Losing Delusion, and then Justice card moving forward here. So I think the courts are going to have to run through the courts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, no, it ain't going anywhere. That Four of Wands is my community card. Public service, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. So that's holding steady and good to go. But yeah, it feels like it's going to have to play out, though. Ace of Coins in the bottom is having that good protection there. Prosperity.
Thank you, Carrie.
With
She gave us a sticker.
Oh, okay.
We had one earlier too. Let's see. And Deborah, Blue Tarot, came through.
Blessing, blessing, blessings. Cora Smith, 3 hours south of Montreal. Cold country, too. Yeah, he is cuckoo.
Mm-hmm.
Blathering about craziness. But yeah, Hanks.
He's getting applause for the golf course moves.
Oh, I know, right? Where are the parents of these kids? Be like, what the heck are you doing?
The 19-year-old's father took over a snack company that had healthy snacks. If you can process food and make it healthier. But anyway, and his dad's, the kid doesn't need the money. He just went in and did it. So.
Yeah, I know. I know I wouldn't be happy with my kid. I'm like, what the heck are you doing? At first, let's say, oh yeah, I met Elon Musk. Be like, in a sense, it's like, oh, you want your kid to succeed. Oh, he's rich. Maybe he can do some business things. Yeah, I get some anxieties with the parents, lack of energy, some. But yeah, they thought it was all golden at first.
Well, the other part is they're grown-ups. If my kids did something terrible and reprehensible, I'd still love them as a parent. I'm not sure I'd be running around supporting it. But there comes a point where you can't tell them what to do. I've had 3 frustrating rounds of that in my life. I have 3 kids. You can try and talk to them, but
yeah, I don't. At first, it's like I don't think that the parents knew everything that was going on.
No,
It's like, oh, this is business. This is great. I got introduced to this. Da da da. Wheel of Fortune, all about the money. And then now it's kind of like, wait a minute, you're causing all this chaos. What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Ten of Swords, 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands. It's like the nature of intelligence is kind of like, what are you doing? And so, yeah, like you said, they are adults. They're probably not living at home. Well, obviously, they're living in the IRS right now, I heard. Sleeping in the couches in the IRS. Strangest timeline. It's like, oh my God. The amount of crap Trump talks, he should have a diaper in his mouth. Sometimes talks more crap comes out of his arse. Funny. Okay. Carol asked a while ago, when will the Repubs in Congress really start turning on Trump now that the red states are getting hit?
A lot of that's starting to happen. There's a lot of pressure on them. And there are different groups that can get you all the addresses you need to send your postcards. And I know people say, oh, they don't pay attention to postcards, but they do. And I think I've told this before. When we were fighting to get ACA passed when Obama was in office, reporters would go up to Congress and they go, well, we hear people from all over your district calling you about this issue. And they'd go, oh, no, prove it. It's their phone lines. How can you prove it? So they created a group that followed the phone calls. And if you were in their group, and you called, we'd report, yes, I reached him, whether you reached voicemail or a real person or whatever. And so the next time the congressman showed up, they said, oh, no one's calling my office. And they said, oh, no, we have a whole list and we've gone through and audited it and spoken to people. And they all have called your office. Why are you not getting your messages? That stopped that lie. And that's when a lot of things started changing towards the ACA. But no one has put that initiative together. I mean, what would you put it on? I mean, Trump's crazy. I mean, so what you can do is the postcards, because they know when they get them, and they actually, having worked with politicians, I've worked with both Republicans and Democrats. I've not worked with Republicans to get them elected, but I've worked with them after they were elected. And they do pay attention to it. Of course, that was a long time ago, and they may not be the soulless buttheads we have now, and I live in a state full of them.
I think there's going to be more things in the news with the page of wands about, lost contracts or lost funding.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be hitting things more, because things that people relied on, there's going to be more things in the news with that page of wands. My strength card endures, and then contracts. So like money that people relied on is going to be hitting more and more in the news.
Mm-hmm.
The energy is going to start hitting them in the moon, in the secrets, the dreams, and become more burdened of what's going on with their constituents and whatnot. So something's going to be coming up. Things are going to be hitting more and more people and the Republicans in the near future. Coming in with Tower. All things that people relied on that are good, there's going to be a Tower moment. And then the King of Swords. The authoritarian power, I feel like that. Taking away what you rely on, there's going to be a Tower moment. So it's coming. People start getting hit in their pocketbooks and what they're hearing and seeing.
Well, yeah, you go to a hospital and you can't get in. You go to the VA. I mean, they're really hitting the VA, which means they're going to, and veterans talk to each other. They have whole organizations after they leave the military where they talk to each other.
I've seen in Alabama, they yanked federal funding for assistance for heating bills and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
People got direct deposit taken out of their accounts from electricity increases. They're not happy at all. Oh, God. Cards don't want to touch these clowns.
Oh, I don't even. Tulsi is the worst problem, but RFK may actually go in. He doesn't like statins either. That's the most prescribed medicine in America. And that means he's going to be taking on Big Pharma. And Big Pharma doesn't like losing anything. I mean, there's some things he talks about that I do tend to agree with, that about food and food quality. But
let's see. Well, let's think of Tulsi then.
Okay, you're gonna look at her? I'll look at Tulsi. Okay.
How bad will she be at DNI?
Oh, that's beyond. My cards will burst into flames. Thank you.
Tulsi Gabbard.
I'm going to ask how long they're going to be around.
She was not a good pick. I don't see her as like a plant, whatever. It's like I see her going into a drawer, like picking out documents that she wants to possibly sell, give away. She's not good.
She's not going to be effective for either side. What I can't believe is people don't understand. Tulsi plays both ends against the middle, and she ends up at the end of the day The upside down Queen of Pentacles. It's not going to work out well for Tulsi.
Oh my God. Yeah, it ain't gonna work out at all.
The people that are waiting in the intelligence agency, they're ready to beat her up. It's not going to be just she's going to walk in and be treated like the little queen. So she's going to leave before he does. She's going to be out before he is.
So she's an illusion delusion. So she's in fantasy land if she thinks she can destroy things. Truth and clarity, there's going to be a tower, a failure. And then in the end, I have a death card, 8 of Swords. She's restricted, a death card, and then protection. So it's like, I don't think she's going to get the intelligence she wants, or there's no cooperation. Yeah, there's something in the background.
Somebody's going to be, she can't get where she wants to go.
Yeah, that's the kind of feeling, but there's some dark secrets with her and the moon on the bottom of the deck. So yeah, I tried to put it in my mind the other day because I was like, oh my God, they nominated her. You know, she used to be a Dem. So I'm like, okay, put it to my mind. Is she like a plan the whole time? You know, kind of like a double agent kind of thing. And I don't think so. I think she went full Russian. But I see her being blocked in some way. Not getting completely what she wants. Kind of ineffective. 122. Will the military be able to stay independent from the chaos despite Hexeth? Okay. Government head or military head. This is true, Rhonda. You will put us in extreme danger if good people don't stand up. Crazy times. Okay. Military heads. Standing up for what's right. Are we in trouble with Pete Hexeth?
Oh, we're okay. Oh, they're not going to let him away with anything. He's going to try. They have 100 ways to bamboozle him. You know, they can fool with him. They have him trapped. He thinks he's in charge, but they have him trapped. And he's going in thinking he knows how to do everything. He doesn't. He weirdly enough has the 4 of Cups, and one of them's full of booze.
Imagine that.
Yeah, and the 10 of Pentacles, they're going to hold up. I see that as like the seal at the Pentagon. They're going to hold up.
Yeah, it's kind of chaotic, but I think you're correct too. I get kind of the same thing. The leadership protection in the military sections, you know, the different branches. They will have that protection behind the scenes with that moon. He's trying to cause chaos with orders, but I think so. Like 3-4 coins is kind of like holding steady with orders, but balancing things with justice from possible dark times and transitions, doing the best to hold things. It is chaotic, obviously, with the 5 of Wands in the bottom. And then I get Queen of Coins. I think that means the military heads are more grounded than Hegseth would ever be. And then the Seven of Cups and then the Devil. So it's kind of like Hegseth is kind of like an delusion kind of person. But, they might have to file orders of certain sorts, they're legal, but I think they're going to hold tight against the Devil. So I think they're neutral. They're not going to go all full MAGA. I think we're okay. These generals and whatnot that lead the branches, they don't get to be there by being crazy people. Leader.
But that when it comes to protecting their own, they're not going to let them away with anything.
Sure. Yeah, I seen a clip about Hegseth drinking. There was more than just one clip. He had, it looked like he did it 4 times at least. He may have had different cups. Like one may have been water and one was booze. Because he kept looking. Every time he put it back down, he looked. And he looked down like he might have been grabbing a different one. But yeah, there's definitely booze there. What I sensed and saw. Definitely booze.
See, I catch all my news by being with Scott on Sunday.
Or you can just look at CBS News and read a few articles and you'd be caught up.
I read stuff because it's not.
I like the CBS News app. Oh yeah, there was something on CBS News. I was telling Nancy earlier before we went on. Initial, what do you call it? From the black box from the helicopter and plane. That it looks like the helicopter pilot didn't take the right actions to go around the plane. So they didn't acknowledge that order or communication that you have this plane coming, you need to go around, and it never did. So it looked like there was communication from the black box. Initial reports there. So looking, it was not, it was an accident.
Yes.
Oh, Christine, I saw a news clip that military enrollment has gone up since Trump was elected. Is that true? I don't really think so. I'm not getting a boom feeling on that question. And to me, it still feels down because now they're banning transgender people. They don't want women in there. They're banning or not recommending black people to join. I don't feel that's up.
No. And if they're the kind of kids who hung around being Trumpy people, they probably don't have the discipline to make it through. They lived in their mom's basement.
Will there be a serious media mix-up when Uranus heads in Gemini briefly this summer? Media mix-up.
I think she means is there going to be like a lot of turmoil within the mainstream media of who's leading them and who gets what and stuff. It's Uranus sort of tends to, he can be a bit of a bully. And media is ruled by Gemini, but I think you'd have to look at each situation.
Yeah, true. We should also we need to do a class action lawsuit against Fox
Against Trump, right?
for disinformation harm against. Yeah, we all get the split $2 billion.
Mm-hmm.
We win. Yeah, we're at 1:30 already.
Well, I can tell you the next date, guys, is March 14th. They will not pass a budget. They've got 3 different budgets out there. They're so far from a majority on the Republican side on any of them. And that's when things are real. That's when the rubber's really going to hit the road.
Yeah, that's what we were getting last week.
Mm-hmm.
We can check on that next week when it gets a little closer. But yeah, right now I don't sense it's going to go through.
No.
Shut down. What do we need to know for this week? Inspiration.
Don't let toddlers in the White House, and that includes the one that we elected.
No, currently we want toddlers because they tell the truth. Okay,
Let's see.
We're in some crazy times right now.
Okay, let's see what card we're going to get pulled. To move everything around.
So I got the 5 of Ariel, which is a 5 of coins. So we got some negative energies coming through. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. So I'm thinking here we need to build on our own thoughts and feelings about what's actual good progress. We want our harvest to come in and not be in this negative feeling space of what's in our news right now.
Mm-hmm.
And remember to always trust your heart, go with the flow, have the kind, understanding, giving feelings. Love of home and family, your soul family. Because it just feels like don't go with that negative space that's going in our current environment. Don't envelop it. Stay in love and light and know that things will come out positively.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got red jasper from the Crystal Medicine Oracle cards. And it's celebration. You've attracted this card into your awareness, for it's a time of celebration. A journey from life has its ups and downs, and the time that we feel like we are constantly striving for the next goal. You now will have entered a phase of celebration, a time to acknowledge your achievements. And what I think it's telling us is to celebrate what you know is right and good, and to not pay attention to what isn't. Don't celebrate the wrong things. When you've been striving and achieving and not honoring yourself in the process, do you feel it's all work and no play? Are you always serious? Have you lost the magic in your life? Well, now is the time to reach out and honor the magic that's in your life. Red jasper helps us create sacred space. It will align you with the joy in your life, and it assists in honoring our ancestors. And it says to pick the area of your life that you want to celebrate. Because what happens is when you get locked up in all this negative BS that gets fed to us, you lose your ability to feel magic. But by opening yourself and your energy up to picking a thing that's worth honoring, someone that does something right, and something you do right, and that can be turning off the TV and figuring out a way to take in the information in a way that doesn't hurt your psyche. But that's celebration, red jasper.
Yay, Gene. Someone in Gene's family has left Fox News.
It's good.
Now gets their wait a minute. Now gets their misinformation from ABC.
Yeah.
Wait a
Well,
minute. Is it?
Then turn them on to PBS. I read a letter from a guy who his mother didn't understand parental controls, and so he cut Fox off of her TV, and he kept coming over and saying, "Mom, it's just not here." So now she's watching other stuff. She found the History Channel. So
Yeah, I don't go on Facebook much because my Trumper family just annoys me and friends. But if I do, I say, please go to watch PBS Frontline documentaries.
mm-hmm.
All I kind of say,
Mm-hmm.
watch PBS Frontline documentaries about Donald Trump. There's many Trump-Russia connections, and that's all I say, and I don't go back. See if they do it, because it's independent. Those documentaries they have on Kamala and everyone is honest. It shows you the connections of him going back in the 80s to 45 and Russia and all his bankruptcy and everything. So yeah, Frontline's a great place to go to for news. So that's all I basically try to tell my Trumper friends. It's like, please watch. Just go to YouTube, watch it for free. And then leave, don't go back of any crazy thing. Because it really annoys me.
Well, I'm going to come back to the screen.
Come back, see your pretty face.
I'm here.
There you are.
My hair did turn another color.
It's purple. Zane says, Frontline's, it's a good program.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is. It interviews people, national security people, everything. So
They really do. They really interview people.
So remember, stay out of the crazy. Try not to make it get you upset.
Yeah, and there's a woman she's on YouTube now, name's Gia Prism. She has really short things, but she has good things about how to look at what's going on around us now. And she's comparing what the US is going through right now with when she had to do potty training, when she had twins and a singleton. And she said, you get them all trained and you think, oh, goody, goody, it's going to work. And then they have several days where they're just like they forgot everything they ever learned. And she said she views the U.S. is going through that right now. And she said, but what happens is at the end, your kids are trained and you move on, but change is hard. And any mother who's taken a baby bottle away and said, no more bottles, we have to learn with a cup, or taken a pacifier away, or potty trained a child, mother or father. If you've been around that process, it's not clean, it's not easy, and they can act all stressed out. So you don't tie to the energy if you realize this too shall pass.
I'm gonna try to. Oh, okay. I put Gia's YouTube in the chat if you want to check her out.
Yeah, she's fun, and she's short, and she's very plain, and she talks in ways anyone can understand, and she gives us hope. And we need people who talk. Yeah, we're all scared and sort of hiding in the corner, but we have hope.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. I hope you have a blessed week. Stay out of nonsense. You mentioned something about using Post-it notes or little cards. If something upsets you, write it down and say,
right,
this will not happen. or the courts will take care of it, and then just put it in the black box and not worry about it.
And look at it in 4 days and see if it's even still an issue. I've had a friend that she kept walking to the edge of the cliff, and I said, I can't keep pulling you back. So you got to learn how to pull yourself back. And that's how you do it. When you realize so much of what people are telling you to get you all upset on Tuesday isn't even in the news on Thursday. So unfortunately, wars and some things like that still are. But what's going to happen to them? You know, Russia and the U.S. may think they're going to divide up what's going to happen in Ukraine. But there's a whole continent of other countries there that have a really strong vested interest in this that ain't going to happen. So,
yeah, Ukraine does need our help, but NATO countries in Europe, they've spent more money than us on Ukraine.
mm-hmm.
But they definitely need our help. But I think Zelensky was being interviewed by ABC or someone, I can't remember, this morning. So that'd be great. Check that out. Listen to Zelensky. So everyone have a great week. Stay out of the chaos. Love and light to all.
Yeah. Stay warm. See you later.